In today's episode, I talk to you guys about why setting good habits and good routine is absolutely crucial when it comes to reaching your health and fitness goals. So we're getting closer to summer here in Australia, which means a bunch of people are starting to take their health and fitness a little bit more seriously. It may be tightening up the dials a little bit on the diet. It may be training a little bit more frequently or with more intensity, maybe doing a little bit more cardio, whatever the health and fitness goal may be. There's a definite motivation to start taking health and fitness a little bit more frequently. And I'm noticing some trends, guys. I'm getting feedback from a bunch of people sliding into my DMs asking for advice on different topics, different parts of health and fitness. And I'm noticing a trend, and the trend that I'm seeing is that there's a trigger or there's an event or there's a goal or whatever it may be in Australia at the moment. As I mentioned, it's summer just around the corner, but there's some sort of trigger that sparks motivation in people to take their health and fitness more seriously. There's always some sort of spark, motivation goes high, and that high level of motivation may last for a couple of days, it may last for a week, a couple of weeks, a month, a couple of months. The commonality is that it's a finite period of time that high level of motivation that's triggered by something lasts for. And then what happens is something else happens and the motivation either starts to die down or comes to a complete halt. You know, life gets in the way, whatever it may be, but for some reason there's something that kind of kills that motivation. And then generally what happens, the trend that I see happening is that along with the dying of the motivation to reach a health and fitness goal or a dropping of motivation to reach a health and fitness goal caused by that initial trigger, is a lot of people kind of fall off the bandwagon with their health and fitness. It doesn't take a lot. It's, you know, full motivation, full pelt, diet's on point, training's on point, cardio's on point, then something happens and it's just crash straight back down to earth, and very difficult to get that motivation kick-started again. And this is why I wanted to shoot this episode of MJ Every Day, because one thing that you have to understand when it comes to reaching not just a health and fitness goal, but really any goal, but we're going to contextualize it with health and fitness in this video, is that motivation is always short-term. It always has a finite period on it, at which point the motivation is no longer going to be there, or it's going to subside, or it's definitely not going to be as strong as the initial trigger that caused it to be there. It's definitely not going to be at that level forever. And this is why building things like habits, routines, rituals, these sorts of automatic type behaviors become so important, because if you're trying to achieve a health and fitness goal, you guys would know, because I've said it many, many times in a whole bunch of different videos, the most important thing is consistency. You need to be as consistent as you can possibly be with your diet, with your training, with your cardio, if cardio is part of your health and fitness regime. You need to be consistent for as long as you can possibly be, and those people who get the best results on their health and fitness journey are those who are the most consistent for the longest period of time. So the problem then becomes, or the question then becomes, how do we reconcile this need for consistency with the fact that we know that motivation is always short term and is going to go in ebbs and flows. It's going to go up and come down and go up and come down. And this is where habits, routines, rituals, and discipline really comes in. If you guys can build habits where the behavior becomes automatic, you know, at this time every single day or this time every weekday you go to the gym no matter what. At this time every day you get meal number whatever it is in, and that meal looks like this, and no matter what, it's gonna happen. It becomes automatic. The behavior becomes automatic. So I encourage you guys, obviously, when the motivation is high, ride that wave for as long as you can, but ride that wave to start thinking consciously about the habits, about the routines, about the rituals that you are going to implement, and then they're going to become automatic, and you do them no matter what your level of motivation is. Of course, you're going to do them when your motivation is high, which is why I encourage you to set them when your motivation is high, but they become automatic to the point when even your motivation starts to drop or you have a lull in motivation, the automatic behaviors are there. It's a habit, it's a routine, it's a ritual. You do it without even thinking about it because it's an automatic behavior. There's a lot of research, guys, that shows that it only takes, depending on how difficult the habit is or how difficult the behavior is to implement, it generally takes about 3 weeks, about 21 days to form a habit that becomes automatic, that becomes part of your automatic behavior. So if you can, when your motivation levels are high, when there's a trigger, when there's an event, whatever it is that peaks that motivation, if you can ride that motivation for just 3 weeks, it's not a long period of time, it's 21 days, and use that 21 days to really implement some habits, some rituals, some behaviors that will become automatic and you know are just gonna happen, are just gonna allow you to push through periods of low motivation, allow you to be consistent when the last thing you feel like doing is being consistent with those particular behaviors. Once they become automatic, once they become habits, once they become rituals, you're gonna do them anyway. So that's what I wanted to talk to you guys about today. If you are in a period of very high motivation at the moment, fantastic, make the most of it, but use it consciously to set these habits, to set these rituals, make them become automatic behaviors so that you can ride them and be consistent on your health and fitness journey. And that is going to help you achieve your health and fitness goals. And guys, that's a wrap for today's episode of MJ Everyday. As always, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, subscribe to our YouTube channel, turn your post notifications on both on your mobile, your cell phone, and your desktop PC so you don't miss a beat when it comes to the Massive Joes YouTube channel. Until tomorrow, I'm coming to you from MassiveJoes.com. Stay massive.
Thank you for tuning in to this video. We hope you enjoyed watching. Don't forget to check out our latest upload and our recommended video, and be sure to subscribe to the Massive Joes YouTube channel to stay up to date with all of our latest uploads.